Hi guys. Oh here, let me give you some light. Oh God, that's creepy looking, isn't it? All right, I'll put it back there. So how's everybody doing? I'm so sorry that this is going on and you're all stuck at home and we don't get to share this experience together. But it's time to do our self-portraits. So I decided to do it this way instead of just leaving you guys on your own. One, because I don't think it's fair, having only done this once before. And two, you guys are kind of sliding backwards. You have come so far since the first day when you actually picked up a pencil in my classroom and attempted to draw a face. You've studied facial features, you've learned how to compare things, how to see the different variations in value. You've done all of the work. But a lot of you, as you're handing in your facial features for your assignments, you're kind of phoning it in. So I'm not really happy with that, especially the review. You went right back to using symbols that you were using before to draw facial features and not actually thinking about what goes into creating that feature. So how we're going to do this. Every day I'm going to post a little video just like this, and there's going to be one step, one very simple step, and you're all going to do this one step and you're going to turn it in, and you are not going to go on to the next step until you get an okay from me. So if for some reason I look at this first step and I notice that something's off, I can correct it and guide you to make it a little bit more successful. Then you'll be ready to go on to the next step. Make sense? Okay, so come here. This is Daisy. She'll be my assistant. Look up. Yeah. I get to see some of your animals in my photography class, which is really sweet. So this is mine. This is who I am quarantined with, just her. So the first thing I want to tell you is that I know that you might not have the materials at home that you need to do a really successful drawing, but you have something. Hopefully you have some unlined paper. Anything will work if you have computer paper. Computer paper will work. If you don't have your sketchbook, I think a lot of your sketchbooks are still at school, unfortunately. Wish I would have had the foresight to see that coming. I would have sent them home with you. If you do have your sketchbooks, do it in your sketchbook. If you happen to own big pads, this is the size that you would have been doing it on if we were doing it at school. So this is an 18 by 20. Ooh, this is an 18 by 24. You're not helping, Daisy. If you happen to have one of those, go ahead and you can do it on those. And if not, this is your 9 by 12. This is just a regular sketchbook. So you can do it on there. If for some reason you do not have any unlined paper, that's fine. Use lined paper. I mean, we got to do with what we have for this. Preferably, you're going to use pencil. Again, if you don't have a pencil and you have to go with pen, okay, we're gonna make it work. If you don't have a pen and you need to use an eyeliner, whatever, we're gonna make it work. Okay, so me, being an art teacher, it's funny because I was starting to draw and I couldn't find anything but a 2B pencil. I had to scour like book bags and things like that, and I finally found some pencils. So I do have a variation. This is my 6B. That's all I could find. I ordered some also so that I'll have more. So what I have and what I'm using for this, and like I said, I understand that most of you don't have this at home, but that's okay. I'm just going to give you a heads up. You know that I like to use 4B for most. I did find 4B. And I ordered some more. So I have the 4B. I also have a 2B, a 6B, and I have an HB as well. I'm only going to use the lighter pencil, the HB, for this very beginning part because it's just for placement. So a lot of these lines are going to get erased, and we're not going to see them anyway. I also have I have this, and I don't know who I stole it from, but it's really cool. Where are you? Where's the camera? Well, maybe you need light to see it. I don't know. We'll figure this out together. But anyway, it's an eraser. No, I can't. You can't even see it. All right. There it is. Okay. It's an eraser, and it retracts and goes out, just like kind of like a mechanical pencil, but a mechanical eraser. I love it. I don't know whose it is, but it's a white eraser, just like these. So I do have that, and I also have a kneaded eraser. And as I get further, I'll probably get some paper towel to use for a blender. And you know, I'm not big on the blending anyway. My one secret with this that most of you know is that I do cut off slivers so I can get small little details pulled out. I know in school I cut them smaller, but that's because you guys eat them or something. I would go through white erasers. I don't know what you did with them, but that's why I cut them down really small, is because otherwise I would have been out of them in a week. So that's what I have to work with, and I know that it's more than what most of you have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you this very first step, and I'm going to show it on a big pad, and I'm also going to show it on a 9x12. So if by chance you do happen to have a big pad, go ahead and use that. If I have any paper left. Oh, yeah, I did. Let's go ahead and use that. And if not, then use whatever size you have. I'm just showing you on the two different sizes because I want you to know how much of the paper your head should take up. So if you have this nice big pad, I don't want a tiny little head right there. You're going to take up that whole thing, okay? And the same with this, with your standard 9x12. If you have this pad, I don't want this tiny little head. It's going to take up the majority of this space. All right, so first step. Got it? Step one, do this very, very small step, stop, take a photo of it and send it to me. That's your first assignment for this week. Don't go further because you won't get the credit for this step, okay? So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my lightest pencil, which happens to be an HB. I mean, I know I have lighter ones, but I don't really need them. And I'll start on the big one. And the first thing I'm going to do, it's going to be tricky with lighting because it's hard to see because I'm drawing very, very lightly, which is what I want you guys to do. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make an upside down egg shaped. Now remember, we've talked before about how to hold a pencil. We're not writing, we're drawing. So I'm not holding it as a writing utensil. I'm holding it more as, I don't know, a baton, a magic wand, because we're creating magic. Okay, so anyway. All right, so that's the first thing I'm going to do, is I'm going to create this upside down egg. And I'm going to do the same thing on this so that you can see how much that'll take up. Again, it's very light, it's sketchy. It's okay that it's sketchy. You guys have like gorilla hands. You just sit there and you will just like want to ground into there. Don't do that. Go light. Okay? There's going to be a chance that we need to fix something. Remember again that I told you, like, if I'm not happy with this, let's say I think this side's a little more round than this side, I'm not going to erase it before I fix it. Because what it tends to happen is you're going to erase it and then you're going to draw the same exact line in. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to fix it first. If I think that side needs to be a little more round, I'll round it out. And once I'm happy, then I can go in and erase any extra lines. And again, I still don't have to. This is our preliminary. You were shown a couple different ways to start a portrait. This is how I do it. I know that we have like the box method and all that. This is just how I'm going to show you how I do it so that we can do it together. Okay? All right, so that's all you have right now is you have this upside down egg shape. Notice it's taking up, I know it's hard to see because I drew lightly, which, yes, lightly. It's taking up the majority of my paper, regardless of what size my paper is. Okay? You can see it here. Same thing, right? All right, next thing you're going to do This is another step that you're doing today. You're going to take your pencil, again, very, very, very lightly, and you are going to divide it in half both ways. Ooh, you're going to do it crossways and lengthways. Okay? And I'm going to do it with both. Same thing. I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to just divide it right down the middle, lengthways, and then it might be a little high. Does it look a little high to you? Yeah, it looks a little high. So I'll just fix it. I'll just bring it down a little bit. And then I can erase this line here. Okay? That's it. That's your step one. Don't go any further than that. Can I get a light without looking like Dracula? I don't think so, huh? Okay. Whatever. You don't need to see me. Anyway, that's all we're doing today. That's your first step. That's a grade. That's a prep grade. Don't go any further. Some of you are much more advanced, and it makes me really happy to see your artwork, and I love it. So continue to draw, just not on this. That's all you're doing on this drawing. Whether you decided to do it on something this size or on something larger, that's fine. But just do that one step, photograph it, and send it to me. Once it's okay, I'll say good or okay, meaning that once day 2 is put in, you can go ahead and do day 2. So every day will be another step, and I don't want you to move on until the next one. Now, another thing that we're able to do, if you guys want, it's up to you, we can draw together. We can meet in Google Meet or Zoom, something like that. I can do that with any of you, whether or not you want individual attention or you feel that you work better with other people drawing around you. We can all do this. We can meet together. I meet every day with my AP class, so I have no problems with it. I'm fine if you want. I don't always shower. I sometimes am right out of bed. Today you guys are lucky you got the shower. This is the clean version. But I don't know. That's it. That's all I really have for today. I hope you guys are doing well. Push yourself. The idea is to actually create a work of art here. So don't blow it off. I'm not going to just push you through because we're in this situation. I'm going to push you. I'm expecting you to do a little bit here. I'm expecting you to challenge yourself a little bit, okay? I know you can do it. I've seen how far you guys have come, and I'm going to keep pushing you a little bit, all right? Again, I'm sorry that we're not doing this together. One of my favorite things in the world is showing you the beginning of the year drawing once you finish your self-portrait. And I'm not getting to do that. So maybe I can have somebody pick up your portraits and I will be able to do it. I don't know. We'll try. But have a great day and show me your drawings. Bye, guys.